the third night in succession, reports are still coming in of UFO sightings in the metropolitan area. A police spokesperson confirmed that they had received a number of calls from the general public. Sightings are said to take the form of a brilliant pinpoint of light hovering over the centre of the city and then moving off in a westerly direction. Other observers describe seeing a saucer-shaped object taking off vertically into low-lying cloud. Further sightings are reported over the outer ring road.
Oh, come on, please. Wow. Oh.
So what is it?
Worm alien. They have this irresistible craving for caffeine, apparently.
So shouldn't someone tell it?
What?
Only this stuff's decaffeinated. So did you buy it?
His office in 5 minutes. And the word is he's in a filthy mood.
You didn't tell him what it was about, then?
I didn't get a chance to. He was on the phone to some garage about his car.
It's too good an idea to ignore.
Mind you, it's never stopped him before.
And it's hardly his scene, remember? UFOs.
I think he'll go for it.
Why?
I just have this funny feeling, that's all.
It's this super cool new laser you've developed, right, Boz? Guaranteed to vaporize any known species of station manager from 20 paces.
A cordless torch, actually. 500,000 candle power. At least 20 times brighter than a car's headlights.
But what use is it?
It's extremely useful. You'd be amazed at what you can do with one of these things.
What do you mean there's nothing wrong with it? I told you what happened last night when I tried to start it. Yeah, dead as a dodo. Oh, did it? I take it you won't be charging me then. 50 quid? You're in the wrong line of work, mate. You should be poncing around Sherwood Forest in tights. Yes, and may the bird of paradise fly up your left nostril as well. So just bring the car back and bill me, OK? Just don't hold your breath for payment, mate. Oh, so what's this, a lynch mob?
There he goes again, putting good ideas into our heads.
Pardon?
Nothing.
So what do you want? Not come to make my day, have you? By telling me that you're thinking of giving up the DJ business and going back to what you're really good at, namely single-handedly doubling the national delinquency figures?
UFOs.
Oh, not that again.
Hello, can I help you?
Mr. Horton.
Oh, we have a Mr. Horton here.
No, I'd like to speak to Mr. Horton.
Oh. Right, do you have an appointment?
I'm returning his Jeep. It's a nice car.
And would you like to leave the keys with me?
No, I'd rather not.
Oh. Right, so what you're saying is you would rather return them personally, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I see. Right. And it's my first day today, you know.
I'd never have guessed.
Oh, wouldn't you? Oh, thank you very much. Right, well, if you'd just like to take a seat over there, Mr.
Nelson, as in Trafalgar.
Yes.
To see Mr. Horton?
Yes. Right.
You can't be serious.
We're dead serious.
You want me to sanction ditching our entire Sunday afternoon schedule to stage some stupid phone-in on flying saucers?
Referring to them as flying saucers is considered pretty uncool, actually, Mr. Horton. People in informed circles nowadays usually refer to them as unidentified flying objects.
Only I'm not in an informed circle, am I? I'm talking to you lot.
But there's a terrific amount of public interest in it, you know. People have reported seeing these things locally for nearly a week now.
And what does that prove, eh? Except that the silly season has obviously arrived early this year, seeing that what they almost certainly saw was simply some Escaped weather balloon full of hot air.
And let's face it, there are a lot of those about.
Pardon?
Escaped weather balloons that glow in the dark and travel at thousands of miles an hour against prevailing winds.
Only we heard you had a bit of a close encounter yourself last night, out in a station car park.
Oh, did you? And who told you that?
A little birdie.
Then your little birdie got it wrong, didn't it?
You mean you didn't see mysterious lights in the sky?
Yes, I saw lights, but there was no mystery about them. Some idiot obviously left his car parked with its headlights on, that's all.
So how come your own car wouldn't start?
Who said my car wouldn't start?
It didn't, did it?
Well, no. That is a mystery. But just because it happened doesn't mean to say that we're about to be invaded by little green men with television aerials sticking out of their heads. And what is even more to the point, it's none of your flaming business. Yes? So tell him to leave the keys with you. Look, Deirdre, I know this may come as a bit of a shock to you, but one of the things we pay you for is to deal with people. So deal with him, all right?
Right then, Mr.
Nelson.
Yes, I'm afraid Mr. Horton's unavailable at the moment.
But I thought you just talked to him.
What I did.
So how's he not available?
Well, when I say available, or rather not available at the moment, doesn't mean that he's not available to me or to persons like me. Rather, he's just not available to persons...
Like me.
Right.
Why?
Pardon?
Why, when he's available to persons like you, is he not available to persons like me, who happens to have his Jeep to return to him?
I've really no idea.
Why don't you ask him?
Very well. Now, Mr. Horton, please. Oh, isn't he? Oh, dear. Oh, well. I'm sorry, Mr. Nelson, but it appears that Mr. Horton... Mr. Nelson?
So, got any more bright ideas for convincing Tonya the truth is out there?
You can sneer, Matt, but if we hadn't pulled that little stunt last night, there's no way Tony Horton would have agreed to the phone-in.
Yeah, but he didn't agree to it.
That's not the point. The point is, in this life, you can't just sit back and let things happen. You have to make them happen, even if it doesn't always work out. One thing is puzzling, mind you. Why his car wouldn't start.
You mean you weren't responsible?
No way, no.
You're from the garage, I take it?
That's right, Squire. The one you asked to bill you. So, consider yourself billed.
I'll write you out a cheque then.
Cash.
Right. I'll have to go to the bank.
You do that. And when you've done that, bring it round.
Right.
Otherwise, I'll be back.
Right.
It's been a pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Horton. Oh, and that joke of yours, the one about me dressed in tights in Sherwood Forest. Me and the lads had a good laugh about that back at the garage.
I just can't believe he could be so blinkered, though.
Why not? He is about everything else.
Couldn't you have a word with him, Mum?
I could, but if he's already made up his mind, what's the point? Tony doesn't get many ideas, but when one of them sticks in that head of his, dental floss won't get it out. Tony! We were just talking about you.
Really? Look, I have to go to the bank. A bit of a cash flow problem, and call in at the garage.
What happened to your hand?
It's nothing. Don't think there's anything actually fractured, but I thought I'd better get it checked out. So you can keep an eye on things this afternoon?
Sure. Poor old Tony.
But it isn't all bad news, is it?
Isn't it?
Well, he did leave you in charge, and the calls are still pouring in.
And like you always say, Kathy, who dares wins.
Gets fired, you mean? What do you mean I always say that? I never say it. Now, why is it I know already I'm going to regret this?
So, can we take that as a yes?
Okay, let's go for it. Get out of here.
Music for Aliens. My good friend Boz tells me the composer of that piece learned to compute time warps just to help him understand the space-time continuum. But if he did, so what? We're not here to discuss that today. We're here to talk about who or what has been zipping around our dark skies this week. Was it a bird? Was it a plane? Even more to the point, did you see anything? Because if you did, our lines are open and we're waiting to hear from you.
Just dial CBFM now. Kyla Kane is waiting to hear
Well, that was quick.
Say.
This is City Beat FM, and I'm Kyla Kane. Who am I talking to?
My name's Jed Fallows.
And where are you calling from, Jed?
Greenfield Gardens.
So, what have you got to tell us?
I was wakened up by this light coming in through my bedroom window.
And when was this?
Last night, about midnight.
So what did you do?
Went outside to check it out.
And did you?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Well, I can remember opening the front door, right? And then the next thing I knew, I'm standing there in my pyjamas, and it's dawn already. And with this tune running through my head.
What tune?
Dunno, just this tune, like I said.
So could you hum it for us? Or whistle it, perhaps?
Dunno about that.
How about the piano? Could you pick it out on the piano?
Don't play the piano.
What about the guitar?
I play a bit of guitar.
Great. So look, could you come in and do that for us? I mean, like, right now, perhaps?
Sure.
Terrific. In that case, goodbye for now, Jed. You know where to find us, and we'll definitely see you later, okay?
Okay.
Any sign of him?
Not yet.
Why would aliens want to plant tunes in somebody's head anyway?
I mean, this could just be a wind-up, right?
Has to be a possibility, I guess.
It's gonna make us look stupid.
Yeah, well, that's always the problem with UFOs and stuff, isn't it?
How do you mean?
Because for everybody who really has seen something, there's 10 other loonies who just say they have. Take corn circles, for example. Suppose the first ones that were found really were messages from out there somewhere. Important messages. Vital ones, even.
And you mean like we too used to have an ozone layer, look what happened to us, that sort of thing?
Right. Only we'll never know, will we? Because since then, so many idiots have jumped in to create phony ones that nobody really takes them seriously anymore. I mean, if UFOs really are genuine, if there really is someone out there trying to tell us something, we could all end up laughing on the other side of our faces.
I must admit, I've never thought of it like that before.
Me neither.
Sorry.
That's all right. Are you looking for somebody?
Yeah, Kyla Kane. I'm Jed Fallows.
Oh, right. Something wrong?
It's just I'm being followed.
Followed?
Yeah, by these boys in black.
It's gonna help you.
Did a boy with a guitar just come in here?
Yes, actually.
Right.
So what were these boys like?
Just a couple of boys, dressed completely in black with shades on.
Have you ever seen them before?
Never, no.
What about this tune? Can you still remember it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, do you want to take him next door and record it, Shabon, while I field this next call?
Okay.
Hello, this is Kyla Kane.
okay for you?
That's fine, yes.
Well, in that case, I'll see you.
Hang on a minute. We'll need an interview as well.
Some other time, eh?
Are you sure this is the right address?
It's the one he gave to us. Jed, are you all right?
Me, I'm fine. Sorry, should I know you?
Siobhan Reardon? I recorded your tune about half an hour ago.
My tune?
The one the aliens planted in your head?
Look, if this is some sort of send-up...
No send-up. Look, we were really worried about you, especially after those boys took off after you like that.
Which boys?
The boys in black, of course.
Oh, yeah, right. Very funny guys. Only if you don't mind, I don't really have time for stupid practical jokes. I happen to have this project to finish.
So, are we crazy, or is he?
Or is it just a big wind-up?
Only, what if it isn't? And what if this tune was really planted in his head by aliens? And these boys in black simply caught up with him and wiped his memory clean?
Come on, give me a break.
That's what people always say on these occasions, isn't it? Only, what if it's all true?
And more to the point, if it is just a big wind-up, why stop now after going to all this trouble to set us up for it? Just doesn't make sense, does it?
So, did Jed Fallows really have a tune planted in his head by aliens? A tune those mysterious boys in black later wiped? Or is he out there now having a good giggle at our expense? Let me just take this call and you can make up your own minds about the tune Jed Fallows says he forgot. Hi there, you're through to Annie Kumar on City Beat FM.
Hi, Annie. A word of advice. Don't do it.
Who is this?
Who do you think it is?
Am I talking to one of those boys in black we've been hearing so much about?
If you want to call us that, who might argue with you, Annie? Just don't play the tune, okay?
Hello? Well, you heard that, a naked threat if I ever heard one. But if those two guys think they can silence City Beat FM, then they've picked on the wrong radio station. So here's Annie Kamal letting you have it sweet and strong, my babies, and straight between the eyes. Oh, and if Jed Fallows is listening, this one's for you, Jed. Let's hope it jogs your memory.
Hi.
All right, cut the tape. Now!
Do what he says, Annie.
Now. Put this on.
And if I won't?
Just do it, Annie, please. I'm telling you, you really don't know who you're dealing with here. Was Boys in Black, the very newest single by Britain's very newest band, the Boys in Black. And that's boys with a Z, folks, and not an S.
Oh, thank goodness, Mr. Horton. Only they are back again.
Who are?
Those two boys in black. Only this time they have a hostage.
You conned us.
What you really must understand is just how desperate we were.
You see, none of the other stations will listen to us. Said we were too young.
And that's when he thought of us, right?
Yeah, well, it was that UFO scare that first gave us the idea. In calling ourselves the Boys in Black, I mean.
And that's boys with a Z, by the way, and not an S.
Don't tell me how you spell it. I certainly won't be spinning it.
Or me. Or me.
Or any of us.
Oh, come on now. Don't be like this, fellas. I mean, it's okay for you, right? You got your big break here on City Beat FM, even though you're so young. Oh, and I could say, by the way, how brilliantly we think you took it. I mean, you were looking at 3 of your very biggest fans here. Right, guys.
Right.
Oh, please. I think I'm going to be sick.
What I don't understand is why you didn't just simply send it in and ask us to play it.
We did.
At least 10 times. And we never even got any acknowledgement.
So who did you send it to?
Tony Horton.
Well, surprise, surprise.
But that's no excuse for making fools of us.
I mean, we didn't, did we? Well, not really. I mean, you must admit, it did make great radio this afternoon. In fact, we probably doubled your audience. And it is a terrific song, right? And you did get to world premiere it. I mean, just think. One day you'll be able to tell your grandchildren that you were the DJs who actually launched the legendary Boys in Black on the world.
Tell me, Jed, were you planning on doing this kind of thing for a living?
Oh, yeah.
Very wise, because I'd say that in the nasty, treacherous, thick-skinned and completely unscrupulous world of pop music, you're a natural.
Why, thank you, Kyla. And do you know that's just about the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me?
What's the big idea?
Which particular one are you inquiring about?
I made it clear to those kids that no way was I going to elbow the whole of Sunday afternoon for this UFO rubbish.
You made it clear to those kids, Tony, that there was no way you were prepared to dump the entire schedule for it.
So?
So? They didn't. They kept the schedule intact. They just threaded the phone calls through.
That's the same thing.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Look, I've been too much pain to stand around arguing with you. I think I'm going to have to go home and lie down.
Good. I mean, a good idea.
We'll resume this discussion tomorrow, when I'm feeling better. Not now.
So am I forgiven then?
I suppose so.
Although it is a bit of a letdown, discovering you aren't really some secret government agency dedicated to hunting down aliens after all.
Or are we, Buzz? And is this whole thing just another of our fronts? After all, you know how it is with people like us. Wheels within wheels. Now you see us, now you don't.
And talking of aliens, is he tooting at us, do you think?
Some sort of problem, is there, Mr. Horton?
Yes, there's a problem. My car won't start. That's the problem. Now, I don't suppose any of you lot would know anything about that, would you?
Well, I certainly don't. What about you guys? You sure it won't start?
Of course I'm sure.
Where's Jed?
Very comical, I'm sure. So what did you use, eh? Magnets?
Magnets?
Never mind. I'll find out. And who's responsible. And when I do...
So what happened to Jed and the other 2 boys?
Good question.
Now you see them, now you don't.